right, question 23. Maria has been recording her work to see which side of the expression comparison mat is greater, but she's been called away. Garth looked at her work, but cannot figure out what Maria did to get from one step to another. So we notice here's her steps on mat A, here's on mat B. So somebody came over, Garth came over, and he really can't tell like how she went from here to here or from here to here. So he's having a tough time figuring out like what happened. So look at Maria's work above and help Garth build the expression on the mat using algebra tiles and simplify them. Write him a note explaining what Maria did to get from one step to another. All right, so I've already made the tiles here. I should probably split this up. So here, this is mat A, and this over here is mat B. And if we look at the problem, we have 5 x's, 3 positives, and then 5 negatives. If I did this correct, wait a second, I did not do that correct. So I need to take that off. So 5 x's, 2 positives, 1, 2, oops, I needed that, but it just needed to be negative. There we go. All right. And then the other side is I have 2 x's and 2 positives, and then 8 negatives. All right. So we want to see how did they go from this line, which is what we started with. So I'm going to call this here the original line. All right. So I'm going to kind of break this up. So my top line is just what we started with. I'm going to just call it the original. So how do we go from this to this? Well, if I go back to my tiles, the first thing that I always do when I'm simplifying tiles is I do my 0 pairs. So if I'm doing 0 pairs, I notice that I have these 0 pairs on the same side, so I can take them off. And over here, I have a set of 0 pairs. Whoops. And so I can take them off. So we're going to take that set of 0 pairs off, that set of 0 pairs off, and that set of 0 pairs off. So now over here, I have 5x plus 4, and I have 2x plus negative 6, which I believe is what they have here. So to go from here to here, I did my 0 pairs. All right, so I'm just going to write down 0 pairs. I'll put PR for pairs. So to go from line 1 to line 2, we did 0 pairs. All right, so now how do they go from this line to this line though? So let's go back to our tiles. And if I was simplifying, I don't have any more 0 pairs, but I do have this. I can take the same thing off both sides. So I have an x on both sides, so I can take them off. I have another x on both sides, so I could take them off. And then I've got some negative 1s on both sides, so I could take them off. I have another set of negative 1s, so I could take them off. Another set of negative 1s, so take them off. And then another set of 0 pairs, and I can take them off. So I'm just doing my simplifying. So on the left, I now have 3 x's. On the right, I have negative 2. If I go back to this, wait a second. Did I miss something here? Go back. Oh, you know what? I went a little too far. That's okay. So I've got this. So to go from, and I kind of skipped a line, I apologize. So to go from this line, I don't know why it's not getting me, there we go. So to go from this line to here, all I did was take the same thing off of both sides. All right, so I just did my simplifying. So if I was going to write him a note, here's what I would say. That to go from here to here, we did our 0 pairs, which is what we always do first to simplify. And then to go from here to here, we took the same thing off of both sides. And to actually go from this step to this step, all they did was take the same x's off of both sides. And then to go from here to here, they took the same negative 1s off of each side. So hopefully that explains. And just so you know, this is kind of where we're heading, is instead of using our mat, starting to write our math more like this. And we'll do a lot more talking and explaining about this in the near future.